Alright, here we go. How's it going, everybody? It's Keymaster84 bringing you guys some more hanging with the Brett. So we are here hanging out with Mr. Bigro 206. We're going to talk about some topics.
Okay.
We're going to talk about some topics in gaming. Everything from esports to toys to life to microtransactions to everything. Basically anything you would talk about with your homie, we're talking about here. Because guess what? He's my homie. So it makes perfect sense. So anyways,
Hanging with the bro. Before we get started, Safe Turtle 111, welcome to the stream. Sorry about that. Keymaster was doing his intro for his YouTube video. Didn't want to let you know that I did see it. I just had to wait for a second while I got the intro done.
Yeah, and we are live
currently playing Rocket League. We are live streaming live. I'm on Twitch. He's on YouTube Gaming. We're recording a video for Hanging with the Bros, which is over on the Keymaster's channel. I'll put a link in the chat here after we get to a couple videos done.
It's right. So let's
get
started. Lore. How?
Ooh, gaming lore.
Gaming lore. So like, actually, ironically, so just before we started recording this video, we were talking about World of Warcraft. We were talking about Final Fantasy 11. Those kinds of games always have a ton of lore. Now, one thing I do want to get into, and I know you don't know this off the top of your head, Bigro. So I'm gonna let you in on a little bit. So this this update that's gonna be coming out for WoW, it is going to be adding in. That was my bad. Sorry, I was playing with my audio settings. I apologize. Anyways, more of the story.
I wasn't paying attention either. I didn't even know we started yet.
All good. We were just trying to help him out. All right,
there we go. Let's get that back.
So we starting off strong here. But yeah, so all right, so we got it back. It's all good.
Okay, there we go. 101. We're back to zero. Here we go.
Back to zero. Yeah, so gaming. So in World of Warcraft, their big update. A lot of people are apparently really upset because WoW is taking this sword that's apparently I don't remember the name of the sword off the top of my head, but they're taking this sword that apparently is like crazy important in the overall lore of Warcraft.
Like the story, yeah.
I forget exactly what it's called, but they're like, yeah, you're gonna be able to change the colors and crap, and everyone's like, yeah, there's only supposed to be one of these, like ever,
yeah,
and you're just gonna be able to like change
the colors. The ultimate blade on like from Kingdom Hearts and stuff. There's only one ultimate blade.
Yeah, and so a lot of people are really upset with Blizzard because they're like, what the hell, dude? You know, you guys preach, oh, lore this, lore that, and then you guys pull out some shit like this, you know, and it's just like, you know, some people in some games, that's a big deal.
Yeah, I think it all, especially with the lore, it all depends on the fan base.
Yeah.
Kind of like how you're talking about how the WoW fans are mad, you know, or like if they tried to change Cloud's hair color to red instead of blonde, you know, in Final Fantasy, you know, that's like when you think of Final Fantasy, you think of Cloud, you think of the big baggy gray pants with the
big old sword
vest on with a big ass sword and the blonde hair.
Yeah, and that is true. That's what you think of, and that's the image you already have in your mind before you even like look anything up. Now, I think the reason that they're probably making this change, or not making the change intentionally, but and I know, you know, I'm not saying like changing the lore because you really can't change that lore because that lore has been there since like Halo or not Halo, but it's been there since Warcraft 3, I want to say. Is
just as
they want to bring.
Apparently, I've been playing as if I'm playing Terra Tech. I thought I updated it to Rocket League, but I just had someone jump on my stream. Fuzzles Bigfoot. Thanks for that. That information.
I think it says now that I think about it, I think it says I'm streaming League of Legends. So I will thank him as well for reminding you.
That means he's a like an admin for Twitch.
Oh, you got busted that bad? Oh, great. Best be careful,
son. Save Turtle 111. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. Thanks for that brand new follow. Follow us for the night. Let's keep it going.
So yeah, I mean, and gaming lore to some
Hey,
people
Fuzzles,
is
thanks, man.
like
You too. Appreciate it.
is like life or death. You know, like that's why they play the game. There's no other reason they play the game but for the lore. And
Oh
so
yeah.
when
Well, see, I think the only experience I really have with like being really involved with quote unquote lore of a game for me is Gears of War. Gears of War is like probably my all time favorite game. For some reason or another, I just fell in love with it as soon as the 360 came out, and it's like it, you know, I follow the story as almost as intently as I would, you know, read the Hunger Games or read the Twilight series or the Harry Potter books. You know what I mean?
exactly.
It's like every step of the game, when they introduce a new character or they kill off a character, you're just like you're hanging on every whim of words that the companies are putting out there for you. You know, you get so invested in these characters and they kill them off. It's like, for instance, like my roommate Cheeseball and Master got me watching the show Lost right now, and you know, kind of
Lore
similar thing
central.
where you're wrapped up into this story, and then all of a sudden they start taking away the people you fall in love with, and or they add people, and you're like, well, what's that going to do to this person? And you know, so you just get wrapped up in the story. It's women with their soap operas, guys, even with sports storylines, it goes the same way. You know, it's just how much you invest yourself in the story.
Yeah, no,
Ooh, nice shot.
Nice shot.
Nice shot.
Nice spoon fork spork. Nice shot.
Yeah, Lost is addicting. I just started it a month ago, Fuzzles, and I'm about almost 2 complete seasons in. And if I had more time to watch it, I would probably be further along. It's getting pretty good. After you get past the first, I would say half the first season, it's like pretty much addicting after that.
Yeah, totally. No,
It was the first couple episodes where they're trying to find out who's dead and who's not off this plane crash. It was a little rough.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, and lore carries. I mean, lore. People call it lore in video games, but really, it's just the story. What's the story behind what's going on?
It's the story behind it. Yeah.
And you know, like how pissed off would you be if they brought Marcus Phoenix back in the next Gears of War? You know.
Well, that's the thing. They are.
No, they aren't.
Yeah, for the fifth one? Yeah, they are.
I thought it was a different guy. I thought it was one here, dude.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, because everyone's
I gotta read. I have to read that. I've been trying to stay off the forums because I really want to get into that game.
You know, that's
hard of I want to be surprised by the storyline that they're gonna have, because I thought after Judgment Day they were done.
How many times did you hit that ball there?
Like 4 times.
Good.
Center it up. Oh, I missed it. Never mind.
I got you, babe. But yeah, no, I mean, but yeah, that's to my point exactly. It's like, but like, why they need to end his story?
Yes. And, no, I agree. Yeah.
Like that's why I'm on the fence with the whole Halo series, because I kind of want to see where they're going with the whole lock thing. Because I actually heard an interesting point. They're like, well, the benefit to them calling him the Master Chief is it doesn't matter. Oh, that actually worked out extremely well. The benefit with calling him the Master Chief is Master Chief is just a rank. You can have anybody be the Master Chief. Doesn't matter.
Spartan, right? Be the guy.
Exactly.
Right.
And so
good one. Lore, 9 points on that one. Nice.
So,
all right, guys, we're gonna back out to the main screen real quick so I can fix and adjust some stuff. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. No, and so I think lore can be extremely important to a game. I mean, it can make or break a game. I mean, like look at Final Fantasy. That's really all Final Fantasy has going. You know, there's no other reason for Final Fantasy to exist besides the story.
Hey, would one of the moderators check to see if that changed, please? I just updated. If you guys will update your stream and see if it changed over.
And so, I mean,
appreciate it.
Lore is, in my opinion, lore is almost. I would play a lesser quality game for a amazing story. I'll say that right now. Sure. I would play a much lesser quality, like, and I'm going to use this example and I know some people will probably find this unappealing. Assassin's Creed has
See, well,
the most. Hold on, let me.
Okay,
This is
sorry,
all going to come around full circle here.
All right.
It has the craziest lore because if you have ever read stories about people who have tried to interview the people who work on the games, like at events and stuff, and you ask them about what's actually happening in the future, they can't talk about it.
Right.
Like, that's how crazy their lore is. Like, and everyone's like, oh, they're coming out with games every year. It's just fluff. It's just blah, 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 blah. Which, don't get me wrong, I'm not a fan of the fact that they're coming out with a game every year. I'm not. I think Assassin's Creed is one of those games that should come out every like 2 years, maybe even 3.
Yeah. Nice shot. Oh.
No, there was a guy sitting back there the whole time. I knew I didn't have it. I didn't think he was gonna let me take it. That's why I didn't really put much on it. But yeah, no, I mean,
you notice these guys got clan tags?
Yeah, what's up with that?
I don't know.
Clan tags.
Are they like a pro team or something?
I don't know.
Clan tag. Anyway.
I want a clan tag.
Continue.
You know, and so it's just crazy though that how detailed some of these companies get on their lore. It's just like, holy lord, dude. You know.
Right.
I mean, and I know that's just one example. I mean, if I took the time to think of more, I probably could have off the top of my head. But off the top of my head,
right.
That's the biggest one that I know of. Oof, that was close. But yeah, and I mean, and some people take the lore very seriously, like Assassin's Creed. You know, it's all about it's all about keeping everything under wraps, undercover. Nobody needs to know besides the people who are involved type situations, and that's intense. You know, it's an intense situation. And so I think, depending on where you're planning on having the story go, I think it's worth it to take that gamble on. Oh, people aren't going to be a fan of this, So that's just my
opinion. 100% agree, and I think, like, let's edge back into Halo a little bit, where Halo started as a video game. There was no comic book or anything prior to, but then it spawned comic books, it spawned movies, it spawned graphic novel series that are actually pretty good. I've actually read a couple of them. That's just for my nerddom, but still, it's like, it's the people want more and more story that the game can't give them.
Yeah, a single game can't provide.
Yeah, Halo Evolved could not give you enough.
Yeah, exactly.
These guys are really good.
Oh yeah.
Open up. Stay back. Oh, shit.
Oh, I totally helped them. I should have just let him hit that. That was my bad. I totally just helped him hit that in.
Yeah. So no, I definitely, I'm a fan of lore. I like the backstory. I want to know where the main character or protagonist got to where they got, because that's why they're there. You know what I mean?
No, totally. And I'm in the same boat. I would not, like, if there was a game that was coming out that was like, oh yeah, we're gonna have a graphic novel with it, I'd be like, all right, sign me up. Do I get like a Wikipedia to go along with it? Like, that's the kind of guy I am. I will go on Wikipedia. I will do things. I will do as much research as I can. I don't know, say research, but like, I will read as much story as I can on, especially games that I really enjoy playing, just straight off the rip.
Right.
A Rocket League graphic novel.
Rocket League graphic novel. Yeah, there's not much backstory to Rocket League. That's for sure.
But
we'll put jump boost in these cars. Who's the father of Rocket League?
But yeah, no, I mean, but that's.
Oh, open that.
Oh my gosh!
These guys got the angles down.
I blew him up. It was on me.
Well, he hit it though right before you blew him up. It looked like. Oh.
No, I totally blasted that in. I didn't think I was gonna blow them up. Anyways. Ooh. Open that now. Wow.
Woo, off the wall,
Wow.
off the wall.
Mash in the middle.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I didn't even mean to do that. It's pretty.
You want to talk about angles? But no, I'm all about lore too. I would love more games to have more lore personally.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's the same for books that spawn giant movie. It's not necessarily just for video games. I shot. It's not necessarily just for video games. It's for anything, really.
Right.
Look at Lord of the Rings. Look at Harry Potter. Look at Twilight. I mean, these things have all spawned deeper and deeper stories past what they were meant.
My boost. No, totally.
Yeah, boost. So yeah, no, I agree. I think lore is very important in the gaming industry. I think it's very important in any entertainment aspect of anything. Oh snap! Open it. I'm all the way in their goal.
Yeah, he jacked it up anyways. Yeah, and I think anytime you're providing more story to the consumer, it's better for you.
Right.
Because it gives me more of a reason to invest in your product.
Exactly. Nope, I agree, 100%.
I mean, granted, I probably would have been. Oh, nice.
Get off me.
Nice. Very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice. I think it's just a good thing to have lore. So that's my opinion on that. But yeah.
No, and I agree. I have the same opinion.
I picked a really bad time to end that video.
Oh, did you click it?
No, I haven't. No, I'm saying it's a really bad time because there's like 20 seconds left in this like one goal match.
Well, don't end it yet. Well, yeah, guys, we're gonna let you watch the end of this game, but first, leave your comments below in the video, guys.
Yeah, no.
Oh snap! Oh, I couldn't get in front of it.
So thank you guys for watching. Hang with the bro. This is all about lore. Make sure you guys leave in your comments down below. Let us know what you're thinking. And